Hi, this is John from Apollo Sprayers. Today I want to talk to you about the tension on the fan control ring. Sometimes this can be adjusted a little bit by the different size nozzles that you use. So if you switch from a 0.8 nozzle set and put, say, a 1.8 nozzle in the gun, sometimes you'll find that that difference makes the fan control here really loose. Well, there's a gasket that we've put inside the distributor housing inside the gun here, which will allow you to adjust the tension on this fan control ring. So let's show you how to adjust that. So the first thing we have to do is take the needle out of the spray gun. So we'll take the needle out of the back of the gun. Then we're going to remove the air cap from the front of the gun. Then we'll take our wrench and we'll remove the nozzle. And then once I remove the nozzle, I can take the housing off. And the gasket that we're going to adjust is this one right here in the center of the distributor. Now this gasket actually floats up and down inside the distributor, and that's what puts the tension on your fan control ring. So in order to reset that, all I do is I pop it out of the spray gun using the screwdriver side of my wrench. And just like your fan control ring gasket, this has a thin edge and a larger fat edge. So make sure that when you reinsert the gasket into the distributor housing, that you reinsert it with the thin edge first. And then I just push it in with my thumbs and just make sure that it's nice and flush. And what's going to happen is the nozzle will actually push this gasket down into the center of the housing, and it'll actually seat that perfectly then according to the nozzle size with the tension on your fan control ring. So once I've reset that, just pushed it in flush, I can go ahead and reassemble the spray gun. Just as a side note, the nozzle here does not have any bearing whatsoever on the tension of the fan control ring. So if you tighten the nozzle up and make it really tight, that's not going to make this any tighter at all. You need to adjust that seal. That's the only way to do it. So I always suggest that when you put the nozzle on, that you just snug the nozzle up. You don't need to over tighten it whatsoever, and that'll give you just the right amount of tension on the ring. So you want it to be fairly tight and not loose. It's a problem if it's loose, because you can actually have the fan width adjusting itself while you're spraying if it's too loose. So you want it nice and tight so that when you set the fan pattern, it's going to stay in that same position. So let's finish reassembling the gun. We'll just add the air cap, reinsert the needle into the back of the gun, and the flow screw, and that's it. Now we should be able to spray, and the fan tension on the ring is the way it should be.